Before you swipe, look in the mirror and ask, what am I actually chasing? Is it a person, or the emotional chaos that proves they care? We often mistake push and pull for passion, but psychology reveals we're actually addicted to the dopamine hit of earning love. Think about the pattern, the explosive fight followed by the fake makeup makeout. It feels like you're the hero saving a damsel, but you're really just the unpaid therapist for a wound they refuse to heal. If you recognize that specific dating profile, hit pause because I'm about to expose the 3 hidden signals that are secretly keeping you locked in a toxic cycle. Ever wonder why you gravitate towards someone safe, dry, and emotionally distant, rather than the partner who is present? It's not a lack of taste, it's your brain prioritizing safety over satisfaction. Think of your childhood scars like a worn-out shoe that fits perfectly, while a new pair feels alien. In psychology, this is the brain seeking homeostasis through toxicity. A new connection feels like a foreign language, terrifyingly exposed. But the person who disappears, they speak the dialect of neglect you've known since childhood. That relief when they pull away isn't a mistake, it's the comfort of the familiar. But why are you so addicted to that specific pain? Let's dive into the logic behind the cycle. Picture the anxious partner as a flame craving heat, while the dismissive avoided partner wields independence like a shield. This neurotypical dynamic is a high-stakes biological game. The anxious style begs for merge, but the avoidant style demands detachment. When you collide, it's pure lightning, a dopamine rush that masquerades as deep love, but thrives on scarcity. It's that addictive push and pull that keeps your nervous system on high alert. You feel burning passion only when they withdraw, sending you running back to the starting line, starving for the chase that rewires your brain. We all secretly love the feeling of being the white knight who can swoop in and save the damsel in distress from her own chaos. That addictive dynamic is what psychologists call the savior-complex, essentially convincing us that fixing a wounded partner is the ultimate validation of our worth. But here is the hard truth. You cannot pour from an empty cup to save someone drowning in their own self-sabotage. By constantly robbing them of their messy growth, you force them to stay eternally dependent, and eventually you destroy your own peace just to feel useful. Think of it like the gambler's high, but instead of coins clinking, it's your phone vibrating. The hot and cold nature of an emotionally unavailable partner acts like a psychological slot machine. The unpredictability of their affection creates a dopamine rush that consistent love never can. Psychologists call this intermittent reinforcement, and it teaches your brain to crave the anticipation of the win more than the reward itself. That anxiety you feel? It's not fear, it's your brain being chemically addicted to the chase. So the question isn't why they treat you this way. It's why you're conditioned to keep risking it all for that one mysterious text. Ever wonder why you seem magnetically drawn to the flames that just burned you? Freud called this the star repetition compulsion star. It sounds clinical, but it's actually a desperate rewrite of your life's rough draft. Subconsciously, you might be casting your childhood longings in a new leading role. You aren't just chasing an unavailable partner. You are trying to script a survival scene in which you finally win. We think we want a happy ending, but deep down, we're just running back to prove to our past selves that we are salvageable. It's like trying to enter a burning house to fix something that never stood a chance. It feels like deciphering a secret code, doesn't it? You see the chilling truth hidden behind their cool exterior, and that faint illusion of warmth feels dangerously deep. You convince yourself you are the chosen key, the only one brave enough to crack their shell. But here is the brutal truth. You aren't falling in love. You are reliving a movie you played a million times as a kid. That desperate need to save the unreachable figure isn't intimacy. It's regression, fueled by the toxic belief that if you just reach deep enough, you can finally earn the affection you starved for. That going deeper feeling? That's just the nostalgia for a ghost you can never hold, drilling past the hard skim to get to the dead center. That sinking feeling when they go silent, or worse, suddenly make you feel unlovable? It hurts, yes, but cut through the panic. This is actually the ultimate mirror to your self-worth. Research shows we often interpret a partner's coldness as a sign of their value, but it's really just a report on your internal baselines. Picture your self-esteem as a high security system. When you're pre-wired to accept crumbs, someone ghosting you doesn't feel like betrayal. It feels like routine acceptance. You aren't looking for unavailable people because they are special. You're looking because they validate your silent script that says you aren't enough for the full package. It's dangerous because you walk into a trap, mistaking the cold for comfort. You cling to unavailability like a safety blanket because your inner child is still waiting for a parent who actually showed up. You aren't looking for a partner. You are desperately trying to buy a second chance to be good enough for the truth of your history. You pursue the dry, unfeeling ocean because somewhere in your psyche, you believe those cold arms are the only thing that can fix you. It is highly attractive to seek out what is missing, but it stops being a superpower when you're just starving. Reparenting is gritty, daily work. It is the act of finally becoming the parent you needed, tending to your own moods, and buying your own comfort to prove you are safe. Once you learn to hold your own warmth, you stop looking for ghosts to keep you warm. You are teaching people exactly how to treat you the moment you accept, maybe later, instead of demanding a clear answer right now. We often confuse consistency with connection, thinking that if a partner is just star always star there, they must be the one, but ignore the spark of emotional maturity. Think of dating like a high metal test. You don't wait to see if the car overheats after 1,000 miles. You know it won't survive the hill on the first ride. Don't silently tolerate the cold rushes. Hold up a mirror to their behavior. And if they don't like the reflection, good. Send them on their way, because you've just saved yourself from a decade of heartbreak. Imagine dating someone secure for just a moment. It's terrifyingly simple. You don't need to chase or decode hidden meanings. They just star up without playing games. Research shows secure partners act as a psychological anchor, offering co-regulation that calms your nervous system instead of revving it up. It feels less like chasing a runaway train and more like finally standing on solid ground. When you get a text that says, "I miss you," without heavy subtext, your brain instantly shifts from fight or flight to safety mode. Think about trading the exhausting chase for the peace of simply being known. It's no longer about dropping everything to save them. It's about sinking into stability. Once you've felt the gravity of real safety, wobbly highs don't seem exciting anymore. They just feel like a trip.